What's your emergency?
Welcome back to That Weewoo Show, a podcast where we watch and discuss episodes of the ABC show 911. I'm Bex.
I'm Alice.
And I'm Ellen.
And welcome to the season 5 finale.
Oh
Thank you to everyone who... We made it to the finale. Thank you to everyone who has been on this journey to the end of season 5 with us. Whether you have just been listening and lurking, or whether you have let us know what you thought about our past episodes on our social media posts or in Spotify, or if you've rated us in Spotify and or Apple Podcasts or whatever podcatcher you are listening to that allows you to rate episodes. We do appreciate any and all interaction that you have with us and the podcast. It makes us happy, and it also helps us get into more people's ears, which, not gonna lie, is slightly terrifying, but also a good thing. But before we get into discussing the season 5 finale, Alice, would you care to remind us what happened in last week's episode?
Yeah, so last week on 911, Jonah kidnapped Hen and Chimney after they discovered he was killing patients to bring them back to life to be a hero. Meanwhile, Buck is mad at Taylor for using information given to her off record to report on Jonah's crimes. Also, Eddie was in Texas.
Thank you for saying to be a hero and not to be a god.
Yeah, not to be a god.
Because that really ground my gears last week, in case you couldn't tell.
Someone says it in this episode too, and I was like, no!
I know!
That's not what happened.
I'm pretty sure there's all caps screaming in the notes about that as well.
Okay. I look forward to getting to that point. So this episode is episode 18. It's called Starting Over. And the summary says, another day in the life of the 118 as its members race to rescue a cliffside wellness retreat guru after his followers turn on him. Then they respond to an emergency call at an upscale hair salon. Meanwhile, Maddie contemplates returning to work. Eddie and May make decisions on their future, which totally sounds like they're a couple, I don't know, weird choices of words here, as do Buck and Taylor. And the 118 gathers for a surprise wedding in the all-new Starting Over.
Were you surprised about the wedding?
I was surprised because I'd forgotten that Tony was even there. When we got to that part, I was like, oh, okay. And then the ending. Anyway, we can talk about that later.
Triggers.
Triggers for this episode include an alcoholic character considering relapsing. No prizes for guessing who that might be. We have a car accident, truck versus car. We have discussion of past homophobia, drug use, non-consensual dosing, maggots, memory loss, pregnant woman and baby at threat, PTSD, and traumatic brain injury. My goodness, that's quite a list. It sounds like it's going to be like a really dark episode by that list of triggers, but it's actually...
It's not.
It's not. It's not at all. I don't think anybody dies. And...
except maybe the maggots.
Rest in peace, maggots.
I guess. We should probably say up front that I don't think any of us actually particularly enjoy this episode.
Nope.
So sorry if
this is your favourite ever
negative
season finale. Sorry.
Please, if this is your favourite season finale, please write in and explain to us why.
Explain your thoughts.
And I'm genuinely curious about what you liked in this episode, because I struggled with this one.
I liked Eddie's hair.
Good.
Eddie's hair was particularly good. I liked Buck's wedding outfit. I thought that was very sharp.
Yes.
Buck is very cute this episode, yep.
Yes.
I mean, they all looked great, but unfortunately the story did not lend itself to a season finale at all. Anyway, we may as well start with the what is this guy called?
I've been calling him the guru.
He's a wellness guru.
Which basically he's like a middle-aged white guy with delusions of Eastern religion. And he like cherry-picked all of the most popular aspects of Eastern religions to peddle to unsuspecting people who are just looking to start over their lives. This is a themed episode. In case you didn't realize that the first time you watched it, this is a themed episode. Except it's a bad themed episode because
I was going to say, is it a themed episode?
It is. If you like tilt your head and squint, all of the storylines have to do with starting over or starting again or read. It's not specifically starting over, but it's sort of starting over.
I mean, I think the only starting over thing about this particular emergency is that the guy says that, you know, the butterfly emerges from the cocoon and you will be reborn.
Yeah. See, so it's like shades of starting over, but doesn't actually specifically say. But yeah, so we have Guru Dude, who in his infinite wisdom has decided that the best way to help all of the people that he's fleecing, trying to help spiritually, to emerge from their cocoon is to illegally and non-consensually dose them with mushrooms.
The funniest thing was, like,
tea.
He was going on, like, what was in the tea, and it was, like, black, green, chai, oolong teas mixed with matcha, dried mushroom caps,
that sounds
ginger,
disgusting.
But, like, he was going on about it, and, like, he mentioned mushrooms, and I didn't even blink because, like, mushroom coffee is a thing, and, like, was a thing at this point as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, not those kind of mushrooms.
Like, it's not like he said shrooms. Like, it would have made more sense if he'd said, oh, yeah, shrooms. But, like, mushroom coffee was a thing at this point, I'm sure, because I was feeding my dogs mushrooms for the health benefits.
You were illegally dosing them? No. I thought that the weird part about this particular this scene is that people who sign up for this kind of thing are usually fully on board with everything that is going to happen. Like, I don't think they would be quite so upset about, or, you know, questioning what was in the tea if they get handed, like, I don't know. It was annoying when they started shouting.
The whole thing was just annoying. Things, like, immediately it rubbed me the wrong way when the episode opens with, like, this big panoramic shot of this, all these tents set up on a cliffside with a labyrinth.
Look like nice kind of glamping tents, like they.
Yeah,
like a nice
and there's a labyrinth with rocks right on the edge of the cliffside, and there are golf carts next to the labyrinth. Except nobody is in the labyrinth; everybody is in the tents. So therefore, what did they do? Like, ride the golf carts up to the labyrinth and then walk back to the tents? Shouldn't the golf carts be at the tents so they can drive them up to the labyrinth?
Yeah, it's all very weird.
So, like, immediately I saw that and just went and got offside.
I didn't think they were that far apart, like where the golf carts were and the tents.
Well, not really, because it doesn't take Eugene the Guru that long to run from the tents to the edge of the cliff, which is what happens because Karen finds out that she's just been dosed and gets very upset, and Eugene does the most logical thing, which is make a run for it. And he runs, I don't know if he was running for the golf carts or running for the cliffs. Motivations were unclear. But he's running and he's being chased by all of the people in the tent who are wielding yoga bollards and yoga blocks. And someone's got the hammer, the banging thing with the giant gong that they were using for meditation.
Like, I'm pretty sure they could have just, vomited to try and get it out of their system. But no, let's chase the guru instead.
What is one of the dogs scratching?
What is the dog doing?
I was hoping Discord was going to filter it out. Discord's not filtering it out?
No.
Just ignore that. He's so tired, but he's, like, not wanting to go to bed yet. And so he's just, like, lazily wandering around.
So the guru is running towards the edge of the aforementioned cliff. He's using his smartwatch to get Siri to call 911. And as he runs into the labyrinth, he trips on a rock. Now, the thing is that when we did this, like, arching panoramic shot at the beginning of the episode, it kind of established how far from the edge the labyrinth was. And it's not far enough that tripping over one of the rocks would have yeeted this guy off the edge of the cliff.
I
it's
really
real
don't
weird.
understand how he ended up off the cliff.
But apparently he tripped and then went flying,
he flew
like
through
another
the
couple
air.
of meters over the edge of the cliff. I don't understand the logic. You need to absolutely switch your brain off in this episode because nothing about it makes sense. But long story short, he goes over the edge of the cliff. He was on 911 when he did that, so they know that they need to dispatch a unit, and they do. They dispatch the 118.
Just for a change.
But when the 118 get there, they don't find an angry mob of upset wellness retreat guests. They find a bunch of people high as a kite.
Oh, yeah, these guys are wandering around talking to themselves, basically. And Chim's looking at them and saying they look like they're hallucinating. And Hen's like, how would you know? And Chim says, you look like this when you were dosed. And Hen's like, I did not. I don't think they were hallucinating, if I remember correctly.
No,
I knew Bobby was hallucinating.
Bobby was having very specific hallucinations. Buck was thinking that he was either grown to the size of a giant, or all of the children were like teeny tiny, fully grown adults.
That's right.
Eddie was like having existential crisis.
Couldn't they see like auras around people too? I'm sure everything was like.
I'm pretty
sparkly or
sure
something in
Hen
the
said
fire
that
truck.
Athena smelled like love, so she was having like
Yep, there you go. She was
oral hallucinations. Like not visual hallucinations, but she was definitely seeing or sensing something.
Yeah. She was being reborn. She was starting over.
But thankfully, even though everyone is rocking out on the magic mushrooms, they are still cognizant enough that they're able to help. They're able to point the 118 in the direction of the edge of the cliff, which is where their patient is. So Eugene has gone down the side of a cliff. He seems to have his fall. He's been arrested about halfway down. He's got a sprained ankle, but other than that, he's fine.
and also high as a kite.
Well, no, I don't think he had any of the
No,
tea.
I don't think he was high.
He's fine.
He had enough wits about him to run off the cliff. I guess that could have happened
Well, no,
if
he
was
flew
high,
off the. He flew off the edge of the cliff. Not because he was high, but because the magic rocks like tripped him and yeeted him. So Bobby starts issuing orders. They're going to go down and get Eugene. So Hen and Chim are prepping a basket for them to lower down to put Eugene into. Buck and Ravi are working the ladder. Lucy and Bobby himself are going to go down. Bobby's riding the ropes. At this point, I just went, oh, for fuck's sake, this is a Kristen Rydell episode, isn't it? Because she loves to put her blawbows in the middle of the action.
in situations.
Yes.
I mean, he's also going through some stuff, so he wants to put himself in the danger because he feels responsible for what happened before. But anyway, we'll get to that later. He's very quick to jump into trouble here.
Yeah, okay, so let's take that logic. He's, throwing himself to the wolves. He's putting himself in harm's way. Why is he taking Lucy with him?
Because
Lucy's
she
there. Also collateral damage. Bobby's gone, I'm perfectly willing to take myself out. I don't want any of the other 118 to go down with me when I crash and burn. I don't care
Lucy's
that much
the
about
only one.
Lucy's. So
that's harsh, but depressed people do depressed things.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I think I'm coming from a a next generation perspective where commanding officers don't do this dramatic bullshit. They have to stay slightly back and let everyone else risk their own lives because the captain is the more valuable team member.
Well, I mean, he hardly ever does this anyway, doesn't he?
For
He
good
usually
reason.
sends the others in. Like, he's a lot older than the others.
But it's like he's Captain Picard. He needs to stay on the bridge and let Riker do all the dangerous shit because there are Rikers can be replaced a dime a dozen. Picard is a precious commodity that cannot be as easily replaced. Yeah. Except for some reason in this episode, Bobby thinks he's Captain Kirk. And I'm Spock over here going, what the fuck are you doing? Get back to safety.
All right, well, keep your pointy ears on in this, the rest of this scene, because Bobby sends the Buck to sort the ladder truck out because they're gonna rescue this guy by extending the ladder out over the edge of the cliff and then dropping the ropes from there.
I will give them kudos that they did actually show how they used the ladder and the truck to act as a pulley for rappelling and abseiling and pulling people up. I don't think we've ever actually seen the way they put the pulleys on the ladder and how they stabilized them on the front of the truck. So that was cool. I did like that.
Yeah. Yeah, except there's just one problem. They didn't check to make sure that the cliff was actually stable before they started doing this.
Oh my God, you just reminded me. They put the fucking outriggers on top of the loose rocks.
Oh, yeah, that too. Like, when I saw
dumb.
that, I was like, okay, this is a recipe for disaster.
Like, the rocks are just sitting on the soil. Why did they not, like, work out where the outriggers were going and then pull the rocks
Move
out of
them
the way?
away?
So the out...
Yeah.
Like, in the grand scheme of things, it wouldn't have mattered because the truck would still have fallen because it wasn't the rocks that were the problem. It was, like, the whole fucking cliffside. But you would think basic OH&S would be don't put the outriggers on unstable shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, surely that's Riggs 101.
I don't know.
I mean, Buck was in a hurry, okay?
No, but there's an entire crew there, so surely, like, if Buck goes up the top, like, what was Ravi doing? Ravi should have been scouting around to make sure that the areas were clear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the end, it doesn't matter because that's not what the problem is. The problem is that when they start, after Lucy and Bobby have started, like, rappelling down the side of the cliff, the weight of the truck starts to destabilize the cliff edge and all these little spider cracks, all these cracks start spidering under the truck. And the ground starts shaking and it sounds like thunder.
Bobby can hear, like, they work out what's happening. And they, like, Bobby and Lucy they descend as quickly as they can to the area where the guru guy is, and then they unhook as quickly as they can so they can sort of get out of the way. But I don't know where they're going to go because the cliffside is collapsing, so they don't even try to, like, run to the side or anything. They just, like, hunker down against the base of the cliff, which... Very
luckily for them, as the cliff crumbles, the truck starts to, like, slide down the cliff, which, yes, they would 100% have been in trouble. But then somehow it tilts so that the ladder that has been extended kind of digs in and pole vaults the truck over the top of them. And then sends it tumbling down until it crashes at the bottom. I will give them credit. The truck did not explode. I will give them credit. The truck did not explode.
This time.
I mean, Lucy hopefully will be buying some lottery tickets again after, like, this is another lucky escape for her to be.
Oh, good God. Lottery tickets and putting in her transfer papers.
Yeah. But then after the truck is gone and crashes down, the rest of the 118 run over to the edge of the cliff.
To the edge of the fucking cliff.
Yeah, which is has just collapsed. Like, this is not a good idea. But anyway, thank goodness Lucy and Bobby and Eugene are fine. Eugene helpfully says, looks at the truck and goes, "That's bad, right?"
Yep, thanks, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, Eugene, that's bad. So that is...
That's why I thought that he was also high, because, like, he just seems real dumb.
I think that's just...
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure it's just he's real dumb. And or someone thought that was a really quippy way to end that scene, with, like, just the deadpan, yeah, Eugene, that's bad. So that is the second ladder truck that the 118 have destroyed.
Yep.
Possibly third, I'm not sure. But, yeah. Adding that to my list. I really wish we go to title card there and we come back and the 118 have returned back to the station house and they're watching a news report on Channel 8 about the incident at the wellness retreat, and it says that, like, the first responders needed second responders, and I kind of wish that we had seen, like, the 133 have to roll up to rescue them.
Yeah!
And to retrieve the truck. Because I remember that little snippet we had in Jinx where they're, like, sitting in the truck and with the power pole on them.
Yeah.
And another house shows up to rescue them and just, like, taking
photos. And they're just
photos
laughing
of
at
the
him.
118.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to see that with, like, somebody ribbing, like, everybody ribbing the 118 for all the, like, for fuck's sake, guys, you destroyed another truck.
Like, another one,
looking down
seriously?
Looking over the cliff and like, hey, Captain, looks like you need a ride up or something like that. I think that would have slowed down the episode, but I think it would have been fun. Anyway. Chimney has had enough of it and he wants to, he says that they should turn it off. Why do we have to keep reliving it? But apparently it's on every channel. It must have been a very slow news day.
Hey, it's not every day a big truck goes off the side of a cliff like that. It's dramatic.
Yeah.
It is very dramatic, but I would also say it's a very slow news day because the very next story they go to is a story about Jonah.
Yeah, and Taylor Kelly has a fresh report on that.
At that point, Hen turns the TV off.
Yeah.
She's okay with watching them being mocked, but she doesn't want to relive that particular nightmare.
This must be a little while later because they both are back to work, you know. Like, I would imagine they would have a bit of time off after they've been through that trauma.
Kept in like overnight, so.
Back to work the next day then.
I don't think we get a time reference to know how long it's been.
Well, it's got to be a little bit later because Buck was saying that he had an interview with, you know, there was a hearing about what happened with Jonah, so the chief interrogated him, but it wasn't actually an interrogation. It was just asking questions about Jonah, but Buck's like, no, he was asking me about Taylor afterwards. So this is where Bobby kind of gets upset about this. He's like, it's kind of escalating, like, he says, it wasn't your fault, like, to Buck. We can't even blame Taylor for this. She's a reporter. And she wasn't the one running around playing God right under my nose. Oh, my God, not the God thing again. No, it's not God. And he says he should have known it's his job. But then he kind of apologises to Buck for yelling at him.
I don't remember about Bobby's job being, like, catching serial killers, but sure.
Yeah, well,
like this entire scene, Buck thinks that Bobby is pissed at him because Bobby is pissed. But with that last line, you realise that the only person Bobby is angry at is himself, and Buck's just catching strays.
Yeah. And he pours out his troubles to Eddie while they are redecorating Eddie's bedroom.
Putting his bedroom back together.
I was trying to remember, when did, how many episodes ago did he punch a hole in his wall?
It's been a while. Like,
Maybe
he went to
3?
Texas and left his bedroom like this.
Yeah,
it's
I'm just like, when was it that, like, because for some reason I had a memory of it being, like, directly after. And then it got to this episode and I was just like, oh, fuck, they still haven't done this yet.
Nope.
Well, you know, it takes a bit of effort to patch holes in the wall, I guess. Maybe he's been sleeping on the couch for a little bit.
He's just been saving it up for when Buck needed to escape his apartment.
Apparently, yeah.
Maybe Buck came over. Like maybe he's been avoiding it, and Buck came over and was like, "All right, come on, let's fix the walls."
Yeah, just comes over with a bunch of plaster. Like, I can't go home. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what? I would buy that. I would absolutely buy that. So yes, however you get to this particular scene, they're patching up the holes and having a little bit of a discussion about what is going on in Buck's life. And in this, we see that the therapy is either finally sinking into Eddie's head, or he's in this situation where he can recognize what Frank is telling him in everybody else, but not in himself. He hasn't internalized it yet, but he can reflect it and deflect it onto everybody else. Because Buck says that Bobby is taking responsibility for everything. That's probably what makes him a good captain. And Eddie's like, taking responsibility for something that he didn't do wrong. That's a bad road to go down. You lose sight of things. I'm like, really, Eddie? Taking responsibility for things that aren't your fault. I wonder who else does that.
Yes. Well, at least he can recognise the patterns. And Buck wants to fix it because he's the guy that always wants to fix everything. So that's why he's at Eddie's place. So yeah, it kind of fits with the headcanon.
I'm trying to think of any time that Buck has fixed anything besides Eddie's wall.
I don't think we've seen him fix anything. Like,
it's like, yeah, physically. I always want to fix things. It's like, I know you want to cling on to things, but I don't know about fixing things.
He's not really a fixer. He doesn't really fix things. Like, yes, he does get incredibly...
He helps people get through things sometimes. Like, he's got a bit of his own therapy sometimes.
Okay, sure, interpersonal things. Like, he helps fix relationships or, tries to help people that way.
Yeah.
But you don't really see him with a toolkit in his hands.
No, I definitely thought of it more as a metaphorical fixing, but then, like, the next line is literally comes in handy when you have a bunch of holes in your wall. It's like, okay, sure.
Okay, but I guess all of the different jobs that he didn't he do construction at some point?
Look, he was
working his way through the village people.
I was going to say he did work his way through the village people, so I'm sure he hit construction at some point.
I'm pretty sure we saw a photo of him in a hard hat and a high-vis vest.
Yeah, I do remember.
So he must have done...
That was literally just when he joined the village people. That wasn't him actually working construction.
That was when he was a stripper in...
Yeah, that was when he was a stripper in Mexico. Oh wait, no, that was the fanfic. Never mind.
That was fanfiction. Okay,
my bad.
Okay,
sorry.
I will give him that. Perhaps he has house construction repair possibility, some knowledge in that area. But yeah, it's very. Sure, let's go with it. So the need to fix things is also just a way to get out of the house because Buck and Taylor are still avoiding each other.
Yeah. He's literally just decided that instead of fixing anything, which apparently is his thing,
he's going to avoid it.
He's going to avoid it.
Yep.
Very healthy.
And apparently the part of the avoidance is because he is just angry. And he feels like... I will give him this part where he says that he feels like anything he is going to say is just going to be mean. So he's just not going to say anything. So,
yeah,
I mean,
he
that
learned,
part's
like,
good.
if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. So he's like, okay, won't say anything.
So then we get... Eddie's next line of dialogue transitions us to the next scene because Eddie says... that Buck can't put it off forever. If he keeps the anger and resentment bottled up, it's going to snap. And as he's saying that, we cut to the Bethina residence where Bobby is holding a glass in his hand, and it's very specifically a Scotch glass in his hand. And he's staring at it very intently, and he's holding it very tightly. And when we get Eddie's line of eventually you snap, the glass shatters under the pressure of Bobby's grip.
Oh my God, I don't know how he's done that, because aren't those glasses like crystal, like usually? Like, maybe it's made of glass.
Unless he's got something really cheap.
Yeah.
But I don't see Athena as buying cheap glassware.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
right?
it's not easy to crush a glass with one hand.
That's how
Yeah.
angry he is.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
that
also
mad.
possibly the Hulk. He's got
Yeah.
leftover Hulk powers from when he was irradiated.
Right, my bad. I forgot.
Of course he does.
But yeah, it's that's how Maddie is, that he can crush crystal with a single grip. And
half
it
of
shatters
gets
in
stuck
such
in his hand.
Yeah, and it shatters in such a way that there's this massive shard sticking out of the palm of his hand, which I mean, I'm not going to go grab a glass and make it shatter to see how probable that is. It seems slightly improbable. Very dramatic.
It is very
I'm
dramatic.
not going to test the theory, though.
We do get the sort of full emotional impact of just how upset Bobby is about this whole thing. So, but just then May arrives and she calls out to Athena or Bobby, and she comes into the kitchen and like sees the glass all over the floor, and she's like, "Oh, what happened? What happened?" And he says, "It's just a scratch, and I'll just clean this up." And May's like, I'll clean it up. You go and change your shirt because you've got blood all over it. And he's like, oh, so I do.
It's literally like 2 drops of blood, and he's just like, oh, my bad.
But it's a white shirt. Like, it is a white
shirt.
polo shirt. It's very obvious that there's a blood stain on it. And Bobby goes, oh, yeah, I should probably go do. That's probably not the most appetizing thing for your celebration dinner. Like, he's not usually this bad at keeping secrets, right?
No, that's usually
No.
Chim's stick.
Maybe he didn't realise it was meant to be a secret until now.
Maybe he was subtly giving her a heads up.
Well, I was a bit confused by which side the secret was on in this part because, like, May doesn't seem to know about the celebration, but Athena and Harry already know. So, and she was coming over to reveal her secret, like the fact that she was going to college, but they already know about it.
I told you, don't think about this episode too hard.
Yeah.
Just don't.
It's like everyone knows about the thing, but no one knows that anyone else knows about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Don't think about it.
Because we don't actually get to have a celebratory dinner. Or maybe they do have it, we don't see it.
Yeah, this scene, useless. Absolutely useless, because the whole thing about May...
Only use is for May to see how upset Bobby is, that's it.
But did she need to see that? Because it doesn't come back at any point in this episode. Oh, no, it does.
No, it does. She tells Eddie about it later. Yeah.
She talks...
But still, like, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it also tells us that... It gives us the information that May is going to college. But,
true.
Yeah.
Didn't we... No, we kind of didn't really. We suspected, but we wasn't confirmed.
Yeah, it's now confirmed. Like, I guess Claudette told her to before she died, so she's like, oh, better go to college.
Yeah. It was her last wish.
Yeah.
May...
While Jonah's murdering her, she's like, tell May to go to college.
That's dark, man. Just to check, this is not May's last episode, right? Like, she comes back after she goes to college.
Well,
I mean, we still see her even when she is at college.
Yeah.
Okay, right, just checking.
Got about it. They forget about her for a bit down the line, but she is...
And I actually think that's because Corinne was at college.
Yeah, Corinne was probably busy.
Because was it last year or the year before she made a big deal about the fact that she graduated.
Good for her.
She's got a fancy degree too, so I'm wondering if
and then she came
that
back
coincided with...
She came back to be a TV star.
She came back to 911? Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Corinne.
I don't know.
Are you sure this is the hill you want to die on?
What did she study?
I don't know. You guys start talking about Shim and Maddie and their fish taco date, and I will look up Corinne's Instagram and tell you what she studied.
Okay.
God, she's pretty. Sorry, I just went, just Googled
She's
her and the
very pretty.
first photo.
She
just
is.
like, oh, yes.
Yeah, for somehow, I don't know who they left the baby with, but Jim and Maddie are on a lunch date without Jiyun. So, and they're having fish tacos, and fish tacos are delicious. And
whenever I hear fish tacos, all I can think is the fish taco?
That Supernatural episode. Fish taco. Yes. But they getting fish tacos from this one place, but it's not as good as the other taco place they normally go to, apparently, when they were still together. So that's a cute little moment that they have.
Her degree's in sociology, allegedly.
Okay.
She graduated from UCLA.
There you go. Good job. But now you've got all this money from being a TV star, you don't need to be a sociologist. Yeah, so Jim and Maddie,
to Supernatural. Are we back?
Yeah, no, we were just talking about fish tacos.
To Supernatural because of the fish tacos.
The fish tacos. But
okay.
Maddie, she wanted to talk to Jim about something, and Jim just assumes that she wants to tell him that she wants to date other people. And she's like, no, that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. So they have this little awkward, like, oh no, I don't want to date anyone else. No, me either.
And they want to start the conversation over.
Ah.
Like I told you, you got to tilt your head and squint. You get there in the end. But, yes, no, Maddie doesn't want to date other people. I don't know if she wants to date anybody right now, except Chim. She wants to go back to work. And when you have a child and you have childcare arrangements, that is kind of something that you do need to discuss with your baby daddy because it does impact them and your combined finances.
Yeah. But Chim is... He says this line, and he's looking at her with, like, moon eyes, and he says, they'd be glad just to have you back. I'm like, oh, Chim.
Oh, the entire thing is, like, are you talking about work or are you talking about the relationship? Because Maddie is talking about, she starts by saying that she never really realized how much the dispatch center mattered to her until she saw it burning on television. Then she says, I never should have walked away.
She didn't walk away, though. Like, she...
Yeah, but I don't think she's talking about dispatch at this point.
No.
And then when Chim's saying they'd just be glad to have you back, I don't think he's talking about dispatch either.
No. So Chim goes home and Albert's there. It wasn't his last episode after all.
Yeah, he's still hanging out, apparently.
He's still hanging around at Chim's place.
Yeah, I don't think he's picked a new... Maybe that... I'm guessing that the apartment with the Narcissus machine was not a match for him, so he's going to still be crashing with Chim.
He's still crashing on Chimney's couch.
He is apparently doing BuzzFeed quizzes on what he should do when he grows up, since he's not going to be a firefighter.
Yeah. It told him that he should be an archaeologist.
Yeah, because he has to start over, because he's not going to be a firefighter. So, yes, archaeologist, librarian, a sociologist, a trial lawyer.
Or a cosmetologist.
A cosmetologist. Speaking of cosmetologists.
Which I don't think is actually a legitimate suggestion. I think it's just so they can transition to this
I think it's just a segue.
Scene.
Yeah.
It's a bad segue. Like, the entire thing, like, this entire scene with Albert was just a series of bad segues. It was so bad.
It was
So, yeah, so they brought John, Hal, and Kim back for that scene.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
he was,
money is
he
money,
was still in the,
but...
He was still in the parking lot. He hadn't cleaned out his trailer yet, and they were like, quick! Get in this scene! We need Chimney to say cosmetologist. He's like,
and
okay,
for you to look
sure,
like
whatever.
you think he's stupid.
Yeah. Like, that's his last appearance. That just seems like such a waste. This entire episode is such a waste. Anyway. The hair salon of doom. Yeah, so...
I don't think it's worth going through all the details of this scene, honestly.
No.
Nuggets!
Basically, we have a woman who came in for hair extensions, and she comes back in demanding that her stylist start over and do it right because it's incredibly painful. She's been having headaches for a week. And she threatens her stylist with a 1-star Yelp review, which I don't think has the weight that this episode thinks it has.
Oh my god, literally. Like, he's just like, oh shit, not a 1-star. Like, what?
Like, she doesn't even say, like, I will put you on blast, I've got 2,000 followers on TikTok or something like that. Like,
No,
I feel like that would have more
strange.
weight than a 1-star Yelp review from some rando Karen. But it scares the stylist, and he yeets his current paying client, puts the Karen into his chair, starts taking a look at her extensions, and then faints and face plants into the like tray with all of the brushes and combs and scissors on the next station.
Yeah, I kind of thought like there was like something like gas or something in the room that was causing headaches and like him to pass out until the 118 arrive and have a look. At no point did I expect there to be maggots in her
Nobody expects maggots. I don't think anybody expects maggots. So the 118 are dispatched to deal with the unconscious stylist. The Karen is still like bitching and moaning about her hair. She demands that Hen use the scissors from her med kit to cut her extensions out. And I'm like, girl, you're in a salon with at least 5 other stylists. Can't one of them remove their extensions for you?
I'm sure there are some scissors around.
Literally.
But while she's like begging Hen to help her, Bobby is sort of looking at this woman's head and asks Hen to come over and take a look because, Peter Krauser, being like the giant that he is, he can very easily see sort of the back of this woman's head without even having to go up on tiptoes. And when he sort of gently parts the hair at the back of this woman's head, we see maggots have burrowed into the back of her head. Because
so
apparently
disgusting.
Apparently, this stylist uses real human hair for his extensions, but it's expensive and it's hard, so he's been purchasing hair from a funeral home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know why in particular.
No, don't think about it.
No,
don't think about it.
I don't even want to know
it doesn't
if this
make
is a
sense.
real story that they've lifted.
And then literally that whole scene, like the last we hear is just that Athena goes over to the mortuary guy and it's just like, hey, don't sell human hair.
I'm pretty sure that there are stories of mortuaries selling like body parts and organs. I feel like hair is the lesser of the evils that they have sold. I don't see how the maggots get involved though.
No.
Because maggots are fly larvae, so I don't know how the flies would have got onto the hair if they've gone from the funeral home to being processed as extensions. It doesn't make sense. It's a stupid storyline. The only thing that it does is another one of those starting over themes, because the stylist has to start over with the extensions that he put in.
It's another day in the life of the 118.
Well, apparently it's a stupid day.
It is a stupid day.
But then we use that to segue to apparently Hen telling the story at the dinner table.
Oh, there you go. Hen even
when
says,
else do you talk about maggots?
Folks illegally harvesting tissue and bones from dead people. Tony and Clive are there. We haven't seen Clive since his episode.
But Denny is also there.
Denny
so they're
is
discussing
there.
Maggots burrowing into people's heads at the dinner table in front of their child.
Yeah, but Denny's into it. He's like, do they burrow into your brain?
Yeah. Classic preteen.
Yeah.
I don't think they could.
No, I don't think so. Unless they
But
can
if
get through
anybody-
bone. But like, even if they're nesting in your scalp, that's going to hurt like hell. But anyway.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Delightful.
Thankfully, Karen is on my wavelength and she's like, okay, we need a new topic of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony has a new topic of conversation that she'd like to bring up.
This is also weird, but sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, from maggots to
Matrimony.
They're announcing their wedding.
Like the maggots to matrimony.
That could be like a reality TV show, honestly.
Oh, it's a great band name.
Yeah.
It's the name of my first album.
Clive and Tony want to get married at Hen and Karen's house. But at first Hen's like, oh, so a family trip to Vegas? That could be fun. And Tony's like, no, we want to do it here in the backyard. And Karen just like gets up and walks out of the room. She's like,
yeah, Karen was totally on board with Clive and Tony getting married. She looks absolutely devastated when they said that they want to get married in the backyard. So she gets up and
it's so
storms
weird.
out.
Like, oh my god, I can't believe you want to do it here. It's like, okay, sure.
So after the commercial, Hen has sort of followed her wife out to be like, what the fuck was that? And apparently Hen and Karen, when they got married in the backyard of that house. And Tony refused to attend that wedding. And so Karen is very upset that she refused to come to her daughter's wedding in the backyard, but now she wants to get married herself in the backyard.
Did we know previously that this happened?
Nope.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I was like, is this like a homophobia thing? Like, why I don't think we get much of an explanation except that later she says that she was wrong. But like, I was like, did we hear about this before?
Yeah, it's very weird.
But no, okay.
I don't even...
Cool.
When Tony showed up again... When Tony first showed up, there was some, like, animosity. Like, Hen was like, oh, like, she didn't believe
But
it.
that was
related to...
That was about her
father.
dad.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Didn't she, like, walk out on... Oh, I can't remember. It's too long ago.
I don't remember or care.
I feel like it was something about, like... Because Hen's father was abusive, and then they left. Yeah, but basically everything that we knew about their interpersonal relationship and their sort of family drama was about sort of Hen and Tony and Hen's father and Tony's husband. There was nothing about Karen involved in that.
Yeah.
So this is like completely out of left field, and I don't know that it makes any sense.
No, I don't remember. It doesn't really matter because
it's also
Karen
slightly
decides
homophobic.
Yeah,
I feel like it's slightly homophobic making a queer actress play out this homophobic storyline.
Yeah.
Oh, is she queer herself?
Yes.
Yeah, that does feel a bit wrong. Yes. I mean, the whole thing.
It's anyway. Like random homophobia. Like, oh, I thought it was wrong. Turns out I was wrong. Like,
yeah, it's strange.
Yeah. But Hen has already found it in her heart to forgive her mother for this, apparently. And
yeah,
so...
Hen's like, I don't care, it's fine. And Karen's like, seriously? Okay, I guess I'm fine with it too. Like, what?
Yeah, but because that's the thing. Karen has this massive dramatic reaction to the idea of them getting married, storms out. But then as soon as Tony comes to apologise, she immediately does a 180 and goes, no, it's fine, you can get married.
Yeah,
like,
let me plan the wedding for you. Like, I don't know, it's so weird.
If you're you are entitled to your feelings, you are entitled to keep your feelings. Just don't have feelings and then backflip on them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no point having the feelings and having the dramatic reaction in the first place.
A lot of the things that happen in this episode are like storms in teacups.
They're so, like, nothing burgers, like you said.
Yeah.
It's just like drama for drama's sake.
It starts out being a bit dramatic and then all of a sudden it's fine. There's like nothing comes out of it.
There's no consequences. There's no lingering effect on anything that happens in this episode. Except for Buck, maybe. Because he's going to lose a couch.
Not the couch.
And a housemate. All right, so Maddie goes back to work, except it's not work because work burned down. So they're in this other workspace with all desks set up. They've got equipment in there, so I don't know where they pulled all that from.
I don't know.
But Josh says everyone hates it. And they have buzzword salad on the walls. This is like, I work in places like this now and then. It's like, this is like every communal workspace. It's soul destroying. But it's quite not. It's a nice building. It's got like these little arches on the walls and stuff. It looks a lot nicer than the steel concrete ones we have here.
But Josh says that it's just temporary until the new space is ready for dispatch, which will be about mid-September, like just in time for season 6.
Yeah, funny that.
Convenient.
Because that's usually when season premieres, right? Around September?
Uh-huh.
Look, probably. And then there's 18 hiatuses, and then they air episode 2.
They're sharing the break room with an accounting firm, and they always have donuts. So, I mean, that sounds pretty good to me.
So, the basically is just, this is Maddie's returning to work, and she is very apprehensive about doing it because she thought that she was coming back to work, but now it feels like she's starting over at dispatch. Everybody grab your drink. Because this is... like, all of the episodes have been kind of hinting and, like, possibly heading toward the direction. Maddie's just outright said the title of the episode.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hang on. Sorry, just going back, because I'm literally going through our, like, the transcript that we have for There Goes the Neighborhood, which is when Tony came in.
Mm.
And Hen, like, when Tony's talking about leaving Nevada... Hen specifically says, I still can't believe you gave it all up, Ma. I mean, we could barely get you to leave Nevada long enough for our wedding.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So she was at the wedding, clearly. Barely, but she was at the wedding, and then, oh, never mind.
Whoops.
Also, hey guys, remember when Hen was in medical school?
Like, these writers are not the best at, like, Continuity.
Yeah.
Continuity is not something that the writers are very familiar with. There are a couple of writers who do it really well. I'm looking at you, Juan. I'm looking at you, Andrew. The rest of them, it's like hit and miss with continuity. So I'm so very much not surprised, but that's incredibly blatant that they've just retconned what happened.
Yeah. I thought it was funny when Maddie was walking around and she's saying hello. Like, sorry, she doesn't actually really say hello to anyone. Everyone says hello to her. And, like, Linda says, oh, hi, Maddie, welcome back. And she just, like, gives her the cut direct. Like, she doesn't even say anything. I'm like, dude, you could at least, like, go over and say hello. How have you been? Like, you know.
Oh, my God, I missed you guys. No, back to work.
Nah.
I'm here to work, not to socialise, not to eat donuts, just to work.
And she does. She just goes to a desk, puts the earpiece in and says, 911, what's your emergency? Just like that.
Just like that. And here's how much I hate this episode, because the next scene is usually one of my favourite kinds of scenes for the show. It's where everybody is trapped in the back of the truck.
Oh, yeah.
While they're driving somewhere.
Truck scene.
And they're, like, oversharing about their personal lives. And it's usually, like I said, it's one of my favourite scenes because this cast can do it really well. It's fun watching them all interact with each other. You really see that either they're amazing actors or they really do all like each other. I hated this scene. This was so fucking awkward.
It was really awkward. And I don't want to say that it was Lucy causing the awkward, but, like, she's never Lucy in any of the other scenes that you like, so...
Yeah.
Sorry, Lucy.
See, I want to love Lucy. Please let me have Lucy. Let me have the hot female firefighter that does the cool shit, like rappels off cliffs and jumps into trucks. And yet the show is conspiring against that. The show is so misogynistic.
I wish they'd just made her gay. But they were like, oh, Hen's gay, so we can't have another gay one.
Oh, like, my headcanon that she's queer.
Yeah.
She has to be. I mean, no, she doesn't have to be, but she does in my head.
She doesn't say anything particularly awkward.
Yes, exactly.
in her defense. But they all are equally awkward with their... Hen's trying to rope everyone into coming to her mum's wedding. And they talk about a partner. Isn't that what we all want in a partner, knowing that they have your back? And then he looks at Buck. And Buck's like, yeah, until they stick a knife in it. So, yeah, the Taylor thing's going well.
Yeah, there's this weird thing going on with Buck and Chim.
I do gotta say, like, the only thing this episode is good for is the buddy, like, voiceovers and the buddies of it all. So, like, when Buck is helping Eddie patch the holes in his wall, big buddy scene.
Yeah.
And then the isn't that what you want in a partner thing is a voiceover in, like, so many buddy videos.
Oh,
and then the bit with Buck and Maddie talking as well later.
Yeah.
Is big in buddy videos as well.
I mean, that makes sense because, like, the knowing that they have your back wasn't, like, the first thing they said to each other when they stopped hating each other was that you can have my back or maybe I can have yours or so, you can have mine or something like that.
Yep.
Anyway, so Lucy says to Buck that he really needs to talk to Taylor. And Buck is just like, I think maybe I'm just going to hope that it works itself out. Hen makes a little jab, like to just stay away from the tequila until you work it out. And then Chim says, yeah, because we like Lucy. So the next time you go kissing her, you're the one that's going to have to leave. And everyone in the cab is like, you're like, shut up. Ixnay on the Isenkei. Buck is like making the slashing motions at his throat. Hen is glancing over his shoulder to see if, like, Dad in the front seat heard. Dad in the front seat definitely heard. And he whips around and is like, when the fuck did you two kiss?
2 months ago, apparently.
I don't know how he never found out about it, because I'm pretty sure he told
as
everybody.
Athena's... No, she told Chim. I'm really surprised that Chim didn't tell everybody.
Chim was in Boston.
So like...
He couldn't tell anyone.
No, but he came back. Remember, they had that scene where Maddie and Chim... So I'm surprised that as soon as he found out that he didn't tell everybody until now. But, like, as Athena said, you didn't find out because it didn't matter. They were, apart from that one day when they were acting really weird with the diver dude.
Yeah.
They figured the shit out and they were working together well. Like, you forced them together and they figured it out. So you didn't need to know. And he's like, I still should have known.
Yeah, he's having a hard time with it for some reason. He's like, what is all this stuff happening behind my back? You know? It's like, Bobby, you don't have to be involved in every single thing. It's fine.
He is. He's dad. Dad needs to know everything that's going on with his kids.
Yeah.
And Athena suggests that maybe they need some time off. Like, they should go on a holiday. They have never been on a holiday together since they got married.
Oh, this was
never had a honeymoon.
Another fucking awkward segue.
It was very awkward.
Like,
because
we're
Bobby
talking
just
about
says,
you.
"Oh no,
I
can't have can't have a vacation now." What are you talking about?
Yeah, because they're talking about Bobby, and then suddenly Athena goes, "You know what? I'm jealous of May." Like, what does May have anything to do with this conversation?
Well, in my head, she was like clocking that Bobby's probably getting a little bit too involved in all of this, and maybe he needs to take a little break. So she's trying to...
Like, I mean, it makes sense. It's just the super awkward segue to bring it up. Just the everything is so clunky.
All right. Well, speaking of clunky, no, I wouldn't describe a pregnant woman, a heavily pregnant woman, as clunky. She's just very, very pregnant.
Oh
God. She reckons the baby's coming right now, and they need to get moving. So her partner is just working on a laptop. So he's like, "Nah, yeah, in a minute." She's like, "No, now." It's like, okay. So they get everything ready. They go out there. Extremely beautiful front door. The sets in this episode have been really lovely. I enjoyed the scenery, at least. And they get in there.
Their entire budget went to the sets this week, apparently.
Yes. They get in their very nice wood-panelled car. I don't know what kind of car this is. It kind of looks like a taxi. Like, but it's not. It's their car. And then they pull out into the street and are immediately swiped, like T-boned by a truck.
Yeah. Which, I don't know how fast that truck was going to cause the amount of damage to the car.
Yeah.
Literally, like, it's a residential street, mate. You shouldn't be going
Exactly
200 kilometres an hour, enough to flip a car.
Exactly.
And when the guy manages to call 911, I don't know if it was like he's got one of those phones that calls 911 for you if they detect like an accident.
Was that technology around back then?
Yeah, haven't we had it in an episode already?
Because this was 2020. No, we had a dude with like an automated car that was driving for itself. And then he told it to take him to a hospital, so it started directing him to the hospital. Then when it crashed,
no, I'm sure we've spoken about it before. When if you're running or riding a bike or something, if your phone detects an impact, it will call emergency services.
Oh, that technology definitely exists. Did it exist back when this episode aired?
Yeah, it was only a couple of years ago now. Actually, having said that, it was 4 years ago.
Yeah,
years ago is not that long ago.
I'm sure we've talked about it before. Maybe I'm making that up. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know. I
he
don't know
doesn't
how
look
this
like
guy
he's
called
in any
911
kind
either.
of state to be calling anybody.
Nope. And he looks incredibly confused.
He does look very confused.
Someone is talking to him.
Yeah.
That 911 is talking to him.
So that's what made me think that maybe his phone had called on its own.
I don't know. I'm guessing somebody else saw the accident, because even as Maddie is saying that help is on the way, we already hear sirens.
They were just around the corner. Guessing it's fine.
Either that or they're trying to beat Eli on the fastest response time possible, which I don't think is possible with LA traffic.
Yeah, well, the way that truck driver was driving, everyone must get around real fast.
Yeah, in the suburbs, but you get the freeway and you're in gridlock for hours.
Yeah.
So not only was the driver Cole, his name is, incredibly confused about 911 being on his phone, when he reported to Maddie about the accident, he also failed to report that his pregnant wife was in the car with him. She just had no concept that anybody else was in the car with him. And so the 118 are very surprised when they rock up and there are 2 victims in the car.
One of which is a very pregnant woman.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they're both unconscious at that point. But they can't actually get them out of the car, and they can't get themselves in yet, because the tops, the doors are all smushed in, and so they have to cut the top of the car off.
Well, when the car got hit, it sort of spun, so it's now wedged up against another parked car. So Amari, who is the pregnant wife, her door is next to a parked car, so Hen can't get in that way. So Buck and Lucy, who are on saws and jaws, they pull the back driver's side door out so Hen can crawl through the back seat. They make a big deal about, oh my god, these guys are trapped, we can't get them out, and then all of a sudden, they just get them out off camera.
They get them out very quickly, yeah, it's not
For all of the drama, it doesn't eventuate too much, because they get them out rather easily. Yeah. It seems. But, so we've got Amari, who is 38 weeks pregnant and in active labour, and Hen is having trouble finding a fetal heartbeat, but that could possibly just be, the position of Amari in the front seat and the fact that Hen's using a stethoscope.
She's it's not a big deal, it's fine. Amari's just what the fuck is wrong with my baby? And she's nothing, probably.
It's
cool.
It's user error. It's me.
Yeah.
It's me. It's not you. It's me. The other issue is that Cole apparently has a brain bleed because one pupil is non-reactive.
Yeah, Cole's not doing great.
No. So they get him out. Amari gets in one ambulance with Hen. Cole gets in another ambulance with Chim. Amari's fine. Hen is still struggling to find a fetal heartbeat. But it's fine. Although like the writing is, she's using her stethoscope to try and find the fetal heartbeat, and as she's saying this, she's saying that like your waters were clear, no meconium, you're 8 centimeters dilated and almost fully effaced. But she's saying this as she's running the stethoscope around Amari's belly, and I'm like, Hen, I know it's been a while since you've been to medical school, but you kind of actually do need to be in another position to check for dilation and aphasia.
Yeah, like it doesn't look like they've like
that.
It's not like they've put a gown on Amari or anything. She's literally just there in like her like jeans and a t-shirt, and she's just like, "Yep, you're real dilated right now."
Like, I'm sure that this is just like Hen has done that examination, then she's gone back to trying to find the fetal heartbeat, so she's just like reminding. But the way that she delivers it and the time that she delivers it, and the fact that we didn't see anything else, it really just makes it seem like Hen thinks that she can see how dilated Amari's cervix is with her stethoscope. Like, while Amari is still fully dressed.
She's listening
and like I know the 118 of like magical diagnostic skills at times, but that's kind of stretching
it's ridiculous.
Stretching belief. So while that's happening in that ambulance, back in the other ambulance, Cole is struggling to pass a simple like cognition test. He doesn't know what year it is, and the president is that old guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which could be any of the last couple of presidents.
It's always that old guy.
Yeah.
They're all old
literally
guys.
like no idea what year it is, but it is indeed that old guy.
I mean, we can rule out the years that Obama were president, because I'm pretty sure that like he'd be able to remember if the old guy was also black.
This is why Chim's like,
he's still an old guy.
You're also black. I'm black. Oh my god.
He's only lost a few years, not like his entire life.
But Chim's like, okay, oh shit, this is not good. This guy doesn't know who the president is, but he's trying to reassure his patient. He's like, it's fine, you're just a little bit foggy.
It's like, fine, don't worry about who the president is. You don't want to know.
We just
literally don't think about it. It's all good. We're fine.
You're just foggy from the head trauma. We need to keep you alert and awake. Believe me, having your first child will definitely do that for you. Do what for you, Chim? Keep you alert and awake?
Make you alert and awake? Yeah,
foggy.
Make you foggy, I think, but...
Again, it's like they need to get the information to Cole that he's having a kid. It's just incredibly clunky dialogue. But then we get the oh shit moment because Cole goes, I'm having a kid? And Chim realizes that it's worse than just not knowing who the president is.
Wait, I'm a woman?
He's like looking down like, I'm pregnant?
I'm having a kid?
Okay, that would have been good.
Anyway, apparently he's got some amnesia, because when they get to the emergency room and they both get wheeled in, Amari's trying to work out if he's okay, and Cole's like, she says, oh, my sister's going to record everything so you don't have to miss it. And Cole's like, miss what? Do I know you? Which is absolutely not what you want to hear from your husband. I can't remember if we saw them getting married in the flashback.
I think husband.
We saw them getting engaged. We didn't see the wedding, but we're going to presume husband.
Yeah, well, it's not what you want to hear from your husband, just when you're about to have a baby.
Especially when the nurses start to wheel him off, because obviously he needs to go into surgery. And he's asking the nurses, like, do I know her? Like, they don't know, dude. They just met you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know anything at the moment. He's got no idea what's going on.
He doesn't. But then that's kind of it for that emergency. Because the next thing is Buck and Maddie.
No, we go back to them.
They come back later, yeah. We just leave them for a little while.
I don't like that next part. But it just, like, for the actual emergency part of it.
Yeah.
It's...
Yeah, well, they leave them at the hospital doors now, apparently.
No, they don't. They, like, go to surgery with them and stand up go up into the theatre, like, watching room with all of the, like, medical students and, like, take bets on...
Today...
Like, which one is 007?
They're saying goodbye at the doors.
Jesus Christ. Can we just change to a Grey's Anatomy podcast?
No, please don't make me watch a medical show.
No, you have to watch
watch The Pit.
Let's just go to we're going to be a Pit podcast from now on, guys. After today's season 9 episode, we're pivoting. We're going to the Pit. Don't know how many times we have to. Don't know how many times we have to ask you not to call it the Pit, but we are going to the Pit. Going to go hang with Dr. Robbie.
Dr. Abbott, please.
Yes.
Back to 911.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes, come on.
We do, because can we please marvel at the, I don't know if it counts as interior decorating if it's on the patio, which is on the exterior, but the exterior decorating that Taylor has done for Buck's patio balcony, because it looks good.
It does look good. I didn't even realise it was Buck's. I assumed it was Maddie's house, even though Maddie doesn't have a house and is living out of her car. I don't think she has a car either, but you know.
Well, she has to be living somewhere. She can't be sleeping on the streets with G.
She was sleeping She was sleeping in the quiet room at dispatch until it burnt down. That's why she's so upset.
I'm pretty sure CPS would have something to say about that. So yes, the Buckley siblings are day drinking, and talking about the amnesia case.
Yeah, there's a chance his memories might come back.
Yeah, apparently he's lost 6 or 7 years. And yeah, Maddie's like, oh, there'll just be a big black hole in the middle of his life if the memories don't come back. Which is a bit sad to think about.
Which immediately reminds Buck of 50 First Dates.
Literally. He's just like, hey, remember that Adam Sandler movie? Because all I watch is Adam Sandler movies. And she's like, Big Daddy? And he's like, no, the other one.
And he's absolutely outraged because about the fact that 50 First Dates was marketed as a comedy. He seems to think it's like a psychological horror film.
It sounds like a nightmare.
Oh my god, I would be so like it actually does sound like a nightmare. If you were that woman, right? Like,
yep.
Jesus Christ, imagine waking up 8 months pregnant and not knowing how the fuck you turned out to be 8 months pregnant. And then waking up with a baby and not understanding like that you have to have a baby and like feed the baby and look after the baby. And it's just like, okay, cool. And then it's like, oh, now I have a teenager living in my house. I still feel like I'm like 19, but this is fine. Apparently I have a teenager that's just like, oh, it's fucking nah. But yeah, waking up like 8 months pregnant is actually my nightmare. I have I've had literal nightmares about being like cryptically pregnant, and it terrifies, like scares the shit out of me.
Oh. Well, good news.
But anyway,
it won't happen.
We have another line that's used in buddy fan vids everywhere, which is that where Buck goes, is that really love? Shouldn't it be when you're at your worst and they're at their worst and you have every reason to give up and you still decide you want to try again? And Maddie's like, yeah, I guess. And it's just like, no, we're talking about buddy now.
Yeah, so we're desperately trying to bring it back to theme because Buck says that the whole concept of 50 First Dates sounds like a nightmare because you're having to start over every day. So take a drink. But he sees it as, I don't think he doesn't quite grasp the idea that in 50 First Dates, the woman doesn't remember. Like, he's going on and on about, like, always doing the same thing, making the same mistakes, never having a chance to learn, like, or make a different decision. She can't, because she doesn't remember making any decisions. Like, she can't learn and grow.
No. But yeah, no, I'm with Buck. It's horrific. No, thank you.
Yeah. And so from there,
it feels like we're having another episode where there's lots of endings because this feels like it should be the end, but it's not.
I don't know. We go back to the hospital where Kristen tries to desperately David Wallace these two people to make us care about them. I don't fucking care about them.
Well, neither one of them is about to die, so I don't.
Yeah, like
Why
Cole's
bother?
upset because he doesn't remember his wife and his son, and she's just like, "Oh, that's okay. I'll just tell you our love story."
And then they can start over. So, like, bam, there we get the theme. Do we need the next montage of showing their love story?
It's
No,
kind of
it's
cute,
really
but I don't
cute.
care
Yeah,
for a
it
season
is-
final.
It is very cute, but like it goes on for a long time.
Yeah.
It
that's
just
the
keeps
point.
going.
Yeah.
It's a season final. We should be focused on our core main ensemble, not the peripheral characters.
Yeah.
Unless their storyline somehow impacts our main characters.
It's like they got to 517 and they're just like, "Oh, we did such a good job, you guys. Like, see you next season." What?
Wait, so it was one more?
18. Oh, fuck. Can someone call that guy who plays Albert back? Who the fuck else is in the
Is this
lot?
what
Wait,
happened with season
has-
15 of Supernatural as well?
Yeah.
And they went, "Oh, you mean we have to write a last episode? Let's just make it the
Quick,
same
go
as
to a
episode
pie
1."
festival.
Anyway, saltiness aside, it is really, it's a very cute montage, but yeah, I don't know. Because at the end of it, he looks like he might remember something, and then it cuts out and we never see them again.
Yeah, there's
So
nothing. I don't know. And I think, episodes like this make me so mad because there are, like we discussed a couple of episodes ago, this show can do the emotional manipulation so well.
Yeah.
To the point where you can sob every single time you watch an episode, no matter
But,
how
like,
many times you've seen
We
it.
just had this like 2 episodes ago with the girls and like losing their mum.
Yes. Yes.
And I fucking
That's
cried.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Because it wasn't a season finale. I didn't want the story to be like, okay, let's like move the main character storyline along. It was a really good fucking episode. Or a really good fucking scene from the episode. I don't even fucking remember the episode. But it's a really good scene from the episode. And then this, we're just like, oh yeah, season final, let's talk about these characters we're never going to see again. And I'm just like, that's great if it was like 3 episodes ago.
I don't think it would even work 3 episodes ago. I think the emotional manipulation is just not there. It's too obvious, it's too blatant, and it's not good enough to actually tug at any heartstrings. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
no.
just the Grinch. Maybe I don't have any heartstrings left anymore.
Look, after watching the season 9 episode today, this show has, my heart has shrunk. You know how at the end of The Grinch,
His heart grows 3 sizes?
Yeah, the season 9 episode this morning made my heart shrink 3 sizes.
Alright, well anyway, speaking of hearts shrinking, we're going to go to Buck's apartment, or back to Buck's apartment, where Taylor is slinking in. I don't know whether she's like coming in to try and pack her shit while Buck's not there. Buck is there, and for some reason he's sitting on the staircase waiting for Taylor. It's the creepiest fucking thing.
it's creepy.
Taylor's like, Buck, are you home? And then she like walks in and
He
Buck's
doesn't even
just sitting
say
on the stairs.
anything.
It's like, you could have said yes. Like, the fuck?
Anyway, they agree to actually speak to each other.
I love that Taylor just like, she's so done with his shit. She's just like, I guess we've moved past the avoidance stage. And Buck's like, yeah, it was starting to get ridiculous. But Taylor just says, I'm sorry you're still upset about the story. And
That's not an apology, Taylor.
yeah, and rightly, Buck goes, you're not sorry for what you did though. And Taylor's like, nah. Story was going to come out regardless. If I hadn't broken it, someone else would have. And like, Buck's upset because he wanted Taylor to call him first, and she just figured that it'd be fine and he'd get over it. And Taylor's like, it wasn't about you.
Yep.
Like, I was trying to get the truth out there. The public deserve to know.
Oh, this bitch.
Yeah, and Buck's like, this is literally our first argument all over again. And Taylor's like, yeah, you knew who I was when we started dating.
And then Buck
And-
says, yeah, I
Ugh.
guess I thought I could learn to live with it. And what the actual fuck?
That's mean, Buckley.
That's so mean.
Buck, I thought we had resolved not to say anything until we were going to be nice.
Yep.
He did say that
Also-
he thought he'd say something mean.
Also, though, there has been no previous indication of this aspect of their relationship.
No.
Like, this has come completely out of left field.
Honestly, they just wanted Buck to be single at the start of next season, so they were like,
they needed to break them up.
We don't want to give Taylor's actress a pay rise, so we're just getting rid of her.
We need to break them up. We're just going to break them up.
As I said, I believe I said it in the last episode, I believe Taylor has been 1 foot out the door since she found out that Buck cheated on her. I don't believe Taylor would have made yes, she cares about her career. Yes, obviously it's a big important thing, like her her search for the truth and stuff. I don't believe this would have gone down the way that it went down if Buck hadn't cheated on her.
Maybe.
That's interesting.
They break up and Taylor is like, okay. Like, she doesn't argue. Like, she's like, yeah, like, I'm willing to try. Because Buck says, I need things to be different. And she's like, yeah, I'm willing to try that clean slate. And he goes, yeah, not together. And then the next time we see them, like, she's just like, okay, here's your key back.
No, I don't know. I think it's just the writers are just like, we just need Taylor.
Oh, the writers, absolutely. But
and we're not going to put any effort into
trying to look into this as a character study here. I believe she's been 1 foot out the door since she found out that he cheated. Because she moved in, she was so enthusiastic, she was so all in, and then he was like, oh yeah, I kissed someone, and she has been colder since then.
But it's not just that he kissed someone and then he trapped her in his apartment.
Yes, exactly.
He, manipulated her until she had no choice but to stay with him.
Yeah.
And so, when you look at it from that aspect, he trapped her in his apartment and then he breaks up with her, which means that she has to now move out.
Yeah, she's got to now find somewhere else. But it's okay, because hopefully she got a really good pay. Hopefully she got real good pay for bringing the Jonah story. So hopefully she can afford a really nice apartment.
I really don't like what they did with Buck in this episode.
Oh, no, I hate it. I hate the way that they end Buck and Taylor's relationship. I really like them both. I don't know if I like them together.
I like them together as fuck buddies.
Yes.
I don't know that I like them together as a relationship.
Because Taylor is, at this stage in their lives as well, Taylor's a lot more mature.
Oh, hell yes. Which I think was why we had a conversation one episode about, what is their age difference? Because I'm adamant that Taylor is older.
No, I think Buck's just immature.
I mean, you're not wrong, but he could also be immature and younger than her.
Buck's got the whole, he's strong, he's tall, he's cute, he saved her from the helicopter that one time. And so she's just like, yeah, I've banged guys for a lot less. I get it. So yeah, but I do believe that she was a lot more in the relationship before she found out that he cheated.
Yeah, well, I guess it would be the same for anybody. If the trust is gone.
Mm-hmm. That's it. So, yeah, on Taylor's side, fuck Buck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hate Buck at this point. Taylor no matter what she did not deserve this.
I am proud of Taylor for putting her career over Buck. Because Buck was never going to stick around. It was never going to be a long-term thing. And if she hadn't broken that story, as she said, someone else would have.
Yeah, I don't think she did wrong by breaking the story. Buck just felt bad because he was left out of it.
Ditch Buck, go find Lucy.
Yeah. But yes, anyway, fully in support of Taylor. Women's rights and wrongs, but I don't actually believe Taylor was wrong in this.
No.
Don't use a reporter for her footage and then be like, oh no, but you can't do anything. It's fuck off. She kept her promise. She did not break the story before it happened. And then as soon as it all went down, she was like, yep, cool. Got my window.
I mean, like we discussed in the last episode when this actually happened, obviously the LAFD would not have wanted this story broken at all. And even Bobby, at the beginning of this episode, had said LAFD would have wanted to control the narrative in order to protect themselves and to stop any panic from breaking out. So,
But, like, there's not even any consequences with that.
It's one of those things where whatever angle you look at it from, like the perception and the rights and the wrongs sort of shift. Everybody is right in their own thoughts. Everybody is somewhat wrong in their own thoughts in this situation. Nobody is 100% right or wrong.
Oh, that just brings it to, like, what would have been a good episode to have following Jonah and following the whole, like, serial killer paramedic. Whereas, yeah, if the 118 came to a job and they were like, we don't trust you. But instead it's literally just business as usual.
Yeah, we don't actually see any consequences.
Like, there's no fallout for Taylor releasing this story.
Nope. Other than, Buck has to sit through a couple of interviews.
Yeah. Which, like, honestly, he's done fucking worse.
And that all happens off camera.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is not the end of this episode.
No, we
still have to keep going.
Yeah.
So we're going to go back to dispatch.
Eddie's going to check up on Dad.
Well, first he's going to check up on his, new little sister first to get the info on Dad.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't want to know how May's doing. He just wants to know how Bobby's doing. Apparently Eddie got 1 million followers. So that's cool.
Like Eddie personally, or just like the L_A_F_D_.
I'm pretty sure it's
the
Twitter account.
L_A.
I think it's the L.
Or whatever the hell handle they came up with for the episode.
2 days of tweets about traffic collisions and trash fires.
Should produce his follow account. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But he really wants to know how Bobby's doing. And May looks at him funny and she's like, why would you ask me that? And he's like, probably the same reason you're looking at me like that. Because, yeah, something's up.
And so she decides to tell Eddie about the glass breaking.
It was weird.
Yes. And it was weird because it felt like she felt like she was interrupting more than just a broken glass, whatever the fuck that means. So speak of the devil, and he doth appear. We then cut back to the Bethina residence where red flag number 1, Bobby is coming in through the back door. The door that leads straight into the kitchen. And red flag number 2 is he's carrying a brown paper shopping bag. And he's on the phone to Athena, clearly just checking to see where Athena is. She is
it's a little bit sus. It's totally not, Bobby's going to relapse a clock.
Chris, there is no reason for him to be coming in through that back door because they park their cars up by the front door. So he's had to go down past the side of the house to loop around to come in through the patio.
Yeah. But yeah, Athena asks how Bobby's doing, and Bobby's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm probably just going to have an early dinner and call it a night. And Athena's like, yeah, good to hear. It's like, But luckily, there's a knock on the door.
And Bobby's like immediately, someone's at the door, gotta go, love you, bye.
Yeah.
Athena's like, okay.
Athena must be on night shift. Because she says, see you in the morning.
I think so. Yeah. So, Bobby opens the door and it's Eddie. I don't know what he's doing with this look. The hands behind the back and the looking up at Bobby through his eyelashes. It's the weirdest thing.
Oh my god, it's like the Ted Mosby look where when in season 2 of How I Met Your Mother, when Marshall and Lily are broken up, Ted's teaching Marshall how to flirt with the girl at the coffee shop. And he's like, put your hands in your pocket, put your head down, look up as a sign of shy vulnerability. And Marshall's trying it and failing miserably, and he just looks awkward. And then it cuts back to Ted telling Robin about the story, and Robin's like, that's a look that you are specifically doing, because I think I slept with you because of that look. And Ted's like, yeah, it's a good look, right? But yeah, that's the look that Eddie's doing. That's the look. And I'm like, Eddie, what are you trying to do with Bobby? Bobby did just come through the back door.
No.
Anyway, but yeah, that's the look.
Well, Eddie is not there for long. He needs to go and pick Christopher up, but he said that the line is, I wanted to say Jonah wasn't your fault. It's like, you just came here to tell him that?
It's the most random conversation.
Really, yes.
Like, hey, Bobby, can't stay for long. Jonah wasn't your fault. Okay, I love you. Bye.
Yeah.
Literally, that's all it is.
He's like, you can't carry someone else's weight. It'll take you under. What does that mean? Bobby's trying to take responsibility, but Eddie's like, you didn't know him. Everyone missed something. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, he thought he was a god. No, we've been over this.
No, Eddie.
Not a god.
Like, Eddie, you weren't even on the scene. You were at dispatch. You have no idea what was going on.
Eddie, you weren't there.
Stop. You weren't there. But apparently it's like, you're not all knowing or all seeing. Neither are you, Eddie. But he tells Bobby that he is just a good man. And Bobby's like, yeah, no, I'm not a good man. I'm really not. Eddie tells him that Bobby saved Eddie's life and he saved Christopher's life. So whatever responsibility he takes for everything that happens with Jonah, he therefore has to take responsibility and the credit for everything that happens with Eddie and Chris. And then he's like, yeah, I gotta go. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, Bobby's like trying to get him to stay for dinner, but he's like, no, I really need to go and get Chris.
Yeah, Chris has friends over with Carla. Okay, sure. Why not?
But wasn't he going to go pick up Christopher?
Yeah, I think he's just making excuses.
Yeah, I need to pick up Christopher.
Hanging around
but
with
Christopher
Bobby.
has friends over. Like, who wrote this script? Did they even read what they were writing?
It's Mad Libs. Like, one writer wrote the first line, then they passed it on to the next writer who wrote like the next line of dialogue, and it just
but they weren't allowed to. They were only allowed to look at the direct line ahead of theirs. They weren't allowed to look back. Yeah.
But like, he's literally like, whatever responsibility you take for Jonah, you got to take credit for me. Okay, now I got to go. And then Bobby's like, thanks for stopping by. And he's like, literally the least I could do. It's just weird. Anyway, so Eddie leaves. Bobby heads back into the kitchen and he continues unpacking his shopping bag, which, as well as lettuce and whatever else that he unpacked, I wasn't paying that much attention, it also contains a bottle of Glencairn, which I had a little bit of a laugh about. Which I'm guessing it's like Glenfiddich versus like Macallan. That's like a mashup of Scotch names.
Oh, yeah, I guess. It's like How I Met Your Mother's, I think, is Glenn McLennan. I can't remember.
Yeah. It's basically trying to say to the audience, this is a bottle of Scotch, without having to,
not actually being
without having to pay the license to use actual bottle. So then he takes the bottle out, he looks at it, uncaps it, and pours it down the sink.
Yep. And then
and I have thoughts.
He leans over the sink to inhale the fumes as it washes away down the sink. No, he looks quite relieved, actually, that he's made that decision.
So here's my issue. It's probably going to be a little bit hypocritical because I constantly bang on this show about how the fact that people get trauma and then they're never allowed to have trauma for very long. Like, they have trauma and then they have to get over it. And we never come back to the fact that they should have a chronic injury, or, the fact that Bobby is an alcoholic and is surrounded by people drinking all the time. So it might be hypocritical for me to say that I hate the fact that we've got Bobby relapsing. But it's not because of that. It's because this is the second time we've had a season finale where Bobby is suspected of relapsing. Because this is like the storyline from Suspicion, which was like, I know that Suspicion was the penultimate episode of season 4, but those episodes it was a 2-parter. So I'm calling it one episode. The season finale of season 4, Athena suspected Bobby of drinking. And he wasn't. He was being a mentor for the woman that had like the massive crash on the freeway that nearly killed Albert. But she thought that he had relapsed. And so now we've got another season finale where Bobby almost relapses or is suspected of relapsing, or it's something about Bobby relapsing. And I'm just... This is more...
Is this the only drama that Bobby can ever have?
Yes.
Exactly. And see, I like this storyline because I think that this is realistic for Bobby. He is under incredible stress. He's probably got the brass of the LFD coming down on him about the story with Taylor and with Jonah. He's got his own sort of self-recriminations about what happened with Jonah and Claudette and Chim and Hen. Everything's kind of spiraling. Eddie's gone. All of this shit's happening. It makes sense that he would turn to drink. But because we did, oh my god, Bobby is drinking again last season, this almost feels like the alcoholic who cried wolf. And I hate it. So that's my thoughts on this storyline. That I think it's realistic, but they cheapened it by hinting at it last season. And guess who wrote last season's episode with Bobby relapsing?
Oh.
Gee, I wonder. I'm pretty sure she doesn't even watch the show. She just comes in, writes Bobby relapsing. Or almost relapsing, and then leaves again for the rest of the season, and then comes back
and writes the scene
16
getting
episodes
into
later,
scrapes.
and it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. It's real. This is realistic though, because like, obviously, it's. I don't really know anything about alcoholism, but in particular, but it's hard. It's difficult to get over it completely. Like you're gonna have these thoughts sometimes, right? Over and over again.
Yeah, well, isn't it the thing that you're always an alcoholic? You're never cured. You have to live with this
the
disease
urge to
for the
do
rest
it
of
is
your
always
life.
going to be there. But
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, if it happens, if we see it too many times and they make a dramatic deal out of it every time, then we are going to get like
it cheapens
sick of
it.
Yeah,
it's like, oh my god, Bobby's relapsing again. Like,
all right, we're still
I
not
also
finished.
think the fact that it was that I'm not finished either. But I will.
Okay, continue.
I
your
will put
soapboxing.
No, I will put my soapbox away so we can finish this damn episode.
Okay, you can get it back out. Maybe
Can I get it back out for whoever dressed Ryan in this next scene?
I thought we liked what they were wearing to the wedding.
No. I liked what Oliver was wearing.
Oh.
I liked what Buck was wearing. I think that Ryan's jacket is a crime against fashion. And I don't know whether it's... And I don't know whether it was two different stylists or whether, like, the actors had something to say about it, but whoever was responsible for that jacket, they need to be burned along with the jacket. Because it does not fit Ryan, and he's got one button done up. And I'm not a guy, so I don't have to ascribe by the whole, like, buttons thing, but even I know that if you're standing up, you do all your buttons up. And then depending on whether you're sitting down or not, that's when you can start to unbutton the buttons. And that jacket clearly has 2, if not 3 buttons, so they should all be done up.
Yeah, sorry, now I just have Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls stuck in my head, and all I can see is Hudson pole dancing on the train. Thanks for that.
Okay, now I got a really weird image of a dog pole dancing, and...
Not my Hudson! Jesus Christ! Hudson Mildred Williams pole dancing on a train.
Why was he on a train?
Have you not seen the movie?
I don't think I've seen it either.
Oh my god! Okay, hang on.
He's got a lot of different short films that have him in various...
still trying to find the short film that...
Is this the Land Leopard one?
No. God, I love that one too.
It's a different one?
No, first I was trying to find the edit that not this Bex, my other friend Bex did of those quotes from this episode. And so I'm like scrolling through my videos trying to find that video. And now I'm going to have to find my video, because I know I've got it saved somewhere, of Buttons.
Okay.
But yeah, he was pole dancing on a train. It's a really weird short film, but like most of his short films are weird. So like that's just part of the course. But yeah, it's about like a guy like finding his inner like...
Pussycat doll?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
All right, well, you do that
Yeah,
we'll
let's keep
finish off
going
this
or we'll
damn
never
episode.
get to the end.
Yeah, so it's wedding day, and Hen and Karen, yeah, like Karen's like fully into planning this wedding for Tony and Clive.
Which is weird because she was
But-
very against it, but sure.
Because she's very against it. Like, she's completely done the 180 and like thrown herself fully into hiding her feelings through napkins and linens and flower arrangements. And she's getting all stressed out about linens when like the Three Stooges show up dressed in their best kind of casual spring wedding look, which
Yeah.
Ryan looks terrible, Kenny looks good, Oliver is immaculate. No notes.
It's all
Yep,
it's
pretty
very
much.
white shirts and boat jacket type thing. Like,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at the scene again to see what they're wearing now, because I remember Buck's look was good and I remember Chim looked great,
Buck's
but I don't remember.
They did. Maybe you blocked it from your memory because of how terrible it was.
Maybe.
But how they look is not surprising. The fact that they are there at all is surprising, which is surprising to me because wasn't Hen earlier in the episode bitching
she
because
was
May
trying
was
to
going,
get them to come.
yeah, she was trying to round up more people to attend so that there would be actual people at this wedding. So wouldn't therefore she have roped everybody in to come to said wedding?
And then she and Karen had been like really mean about it. They're like, "What the hell are you guys doing here?" It's like, we're coming to the wedding. What do you think we're doing here? It was a bit.
And they
weird.
both think that the other one has invited these three, and I'm going, look, but you wouldn't have invited them. You would have 100% told them to be there
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fucking
to
weird.
support this.
And they were like, "We're standing right here. Do you want us to leave?" They don't say that.
So
But-
Buck says, you know we weren't going to miss this. And Hen's like, miss what? And the three of them look at each other. Everybody's like looking at each other very confused. And I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm
everybody
also
is. Well, I know
confused.
why. Everybody is confused. I don't know why everyone is confused. But Chim, who has no chill whatsoever, says, you should talk to your mother. And then all three of them go to find the bar. And then we cut to Hen tracking down her mother and having a conversation with her about the fact that Tony is not getting married today.
Yeah, that was what it came down to. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I'm like, there is no surprise wedding?
Well, there is a surprise wedding because Karen has 4 dozen deviled eggs in the fridge. Apparently she doesn't eat those as she's making them. She just eats cupcakes as she's making them. So Tony has decided in her infinite wisdom that because of her homophobic reasons, but she apparently retconned that she was not at Karen and Hen's first wedding, she wants to see them get married now. So they're going to have a vow renewal. So Tony can be here for them.
She's basically forcing them to get married again because, I mean, obviously they're on board with it, but she's like, no, I'm not getting married today. You are. And they're like, oh.
Can we just talk about,
okay.
like, Tony sprung this on them, yet both of them have something white to wear?
Like, are they wearing
Were
their
they-
original wedding
Yeah,
clothes?
I figured that was
I
just their
don't
wedding
know.
gear. I don't know how long they've been married for, but maybe they still had it in the back of their closet. Like, I still have my wedding dress around here. Hell, I would not be able to fit into it. Like, maybe one
Well,
leg
that would
could
be the
fit into
second
it.
thing. That would be the other thing. So, yes. So, Tony's like, I was a homophobic bitch. I'm sorry. Please get married again so I can be here for you this time.
Yeah, which is a
And
nice
they're
sentiment,
like, yeah,
but do
sure.
we have to do it on
Even
the
though
day?
I actually was here the first time, that the writers just forgot.
The only thing I like about this scene is the Indigo Girls, because Closer to Fine plays over this like wedding montage thing, because they do this thing where everybody is at the wedding watching Hen and Karen get married, and as the camera sort of pans to each member of the 118, they cut to a different time, whether it's before the wedding, after the wedding, a different universe, I don't know, just to wrap up their season 5 storyline. So, for instance, we cut to Buck to watch him and Taylor officially break up as Taylor gives back her key.
Yeah, not mad at all. She's just like, see ya.
Yeah, they're
Taking
fine.
my couch and going.
She kind of even looks at him like, you're a fucking idiot, Buckley.
Literally.
It's like she's looking at him like he's a fond toddler that she's, you know, going to miss.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Chim, who has managed to track down Andrea's food cart so he can get some of those fish tacos that are like really, really good.
The fish tacos?
Yes. And apparently Maddie had the same idea because she is also picking up food from Andreas. And so they decide to eat.
With G. It's cute.
With G. So they decide to stay and eat. But, like, Maddie picks up her food. And then Chim says, like, why don't we, like, stick around and eat? And so they go and eat, but Chim doesn't pick up his food. So he's just eating Maddie's food. Also, Maddie was planning on heading back home with G. She doesn't have a baby bag or anything. She's, like, wildly underprepared to be having a meal out with a toddler.
It's fine. They'll be fine.
They'll be all right. She's accidentally run into her boo, so all plans go out the window.
Exactly.
Apparently. Camera pans over to Eddie. We have a quick moment with him and Christopher where we get confirmation that Eddie is still going to therapy. Thank God. It's working, but he still needs a lot more of it. And we get acknowledgements that Christopher is still like a little font of wisdom because Eddie does not look like he wants to go to therapy at all. He's really not looking forward to it. And Chris says, remember, talking about it makes it less scary. Which is obviously reciting what Eddie has told him before.
Mm-hmm.
Also, during this entire thing, we don't actually hear anything about the vow renewal. We just get shots of Tony presiding over Hen and Karen standing there holding hands.
Oh, yeah, they don't say anything.
No.
Yes. And also, after it's all over and everyone's sitting around at tables, and Athena is wearing a beautiful dress. She always scrubs up well whenever they have like a formal occasion. She's always just looking immaculate. Yes. But she's sitting at a table with Bobby. Bobby pulls out an envelope from his jacket and hands it over. And Athena's like, what's this? A cruise? And apparently Bobby has got over his shit and has booked them a cruise. And then...
where the only baggage they're taking is actual luggage.
Apparently. But we know they're both lugging around quite a lot of baggage. So, who knows? And then they do that cute little smoochy that all the little, like, tweens go, ew, mum and dad kissing.
It's like the massive pursed lips and like the peck on the lips.
Yeah.
As almost like a social distancing kiss. Yeah. And then we finish with like the Avengers Assemble moment where we cut to the 118 station house where an alarm is going off. And so we see the 118 A team emerge to answer the call. Bobby comes out of his office. Chim and Ravi are running down the stairs from the loft. Hen and Lucy race out of the locker room. Someone comes sliding down the fireman's pole, and it's Eddie. Back with the 118.
Back.
And then Buck is there. Like, he just spawns out of nowhere. And so as a group, the 118 plus Lucy, they sort of are very casually doing their Avengers walk down the engine bay. You're going to a fucking emergency call, guys. How about a little bit of hustle? They eventually, I really hope this isn't a medical emergency because that person's going to be dead. They eventually get into the trucks. All the trucks roll out. The engine bay is empty. And that's the end of the episode and the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great sort of closing scene But yeah, bit of hustle would be good. Actually, it's funny that we saw, like, in the last episode we got Eddie being a firefighter again, and we just assumed that he was back in. Maybe that was 2 episodes ago. But in this episode, the beginning of this episode, he's at dispatch, like doing the tweeting thing. So we don't actually see him quitting or any of that being resolved.
No, it's done now. We're good.
Yeah, he's back.
But
That's
also,
it.
like, he came to see Bobby and he said, I don't have any transfer papers. Like, I'm not coming here asking for my job back. Yet suddenly he has his job back.
Yeah.
So did Bobby just turn around?
He told Chris that he had an appointment. And we can only assume that the appointment was to, like, transfer.
A job interview.
Yeah.
No, but, like, the talking about it makes it less scary. I thought that was therapy.
That therapy makes
yeah, maybe
more
it was.
sense.
I don't fucking know then. Yeah.
Maybe
no
Frank
idea.
said to him, I think you're finally cooked. Go and put your transfer papers in.
Please,
Go
I'm
with
so
God,
sick
my
of
son.
you. Yeah.
Or did, like, Bobby turn around and come back to Eddie on bended knee going, please come back to the 118. I need to get rid of Lucy.
Lucy's still there, though. But yeah, Bobby found out that Lucy and Buck kissed, and he's like, get the fuck out of my house.
I don't need people hooking up on my shift. And we're just like...
So he puts Eddie
I don't
back
need,
in? Like,
I don't need
dude.
Bob. Yeah, I don't need Buck hooking up with anyone but Eddie on shift. So you're on.
No, that's what it is. He's like, he's afraid that if Lucy sticks around, that, like, Buddy will never happen, and he really needs Buddy to go canon. So he's like yeeting Lucy and bringing Eddie back in so that he can make his Buddy dreams come true.
Bobby is trying his best, fam. He's trying his best here.
Poor Lucy.
Jesus Christ.
But that's it. That's the end of the season.
Oh, yeah. I got to the end of this and I was like, geez, that was a weird fucking season finale.
Yeah, it just keeps going. But, like...
But nothing really happens.
Nothing.
Yeah.
All right. We're at the end.
Okay, we're at the end.
Okay.
My
I
soapbox
guess.
has been put away.
All right. You can bring it out again next week. That's fine.
I would definitely be bringing it out next week.
I'm sure. I think we said at the beginning, if you're hearing this now, we have probably already recorded our wrap-up episode, unless we can't record next weekend, in which case you do still have time to get. So I think the best idea.
We don't know what we're doing.
No,
at this
we
point.
don't. No. I think it'd be best
more
to,
hiatuses than season 9 of 911.
if you're hearing this and you have feedback to send to us, just send it to us anyway, or you can go on our social media and check, and I'm sure that we will remember to put a post up if we are delaying the season wrap up so that you've got time to get your stuff in. But yeah, we still want to hear it.
Regardless of whether you get it, regardless of whether you get your thoughts about season 5 in on time to be included in discussed, read out during our episode on season 5, we still do want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
We do. We like hearing your thoughts.
Absolutely.
Sorry that we hated most of season 5. It's not going to get better in season
We
6.
didn't hate. There was some good episodes in this season. Like
That was at the end of the season.
Some terrible episodes too, but I'm sure there was more than like just the last few that we actually liked.
It was just so funny because Supernatural Then and Now just did their season 9 wrap up. Nope, season 8 wrap up. And yeah, it was so paralleling season 5 of 911 because they were going through the first episodes in the season and they were like, wow, that was shit. 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 But, oh, that one was good. Wow, that was shit. Oh no, we're getting better now. Oh yeah, that one's good too. Oh, we like these ones. And I was like, that was literally season 5 of 901. We were like, we fucking hate this show. Why is this show still here? Oh, that's cool. Okay, this is shit again. Oh no, we're good now. This is fun. But yeah, I'm like, at least it's not just our podcast being really negative because Rich fucking hated all of season 8. It was great.
Okay, so let us know in all the usual ways. So leave comments on the episodes post on thatweewoo.com or on Spotify or YouTube or on social media. thank you for listening this week. And next week we will be wrapping up season 5. So stick around. No, I don't even know where I was going with that. We're going to wrap up season 5. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.
911 is a fictional show, but many of the situations portrayed happen in the real world too. If any of the topics we've discussed in this episode have affected you, please know you're not alone. You can call or text numbers in your country for help. Just Google crisis support in your location to find out the number. If you enjoy our podcast, you can help us out by leaving us a review on Spotify or your preferred listening app, and by sharing our social media posts. Find out more at thatweewooshow.com.
Hi, what are you doing? Hello. Hello, do you want to be on the podcast? Yeah. Come tell everyone how cute you are. Hudson says he was very brave for his vaccination today. Oh. He was very brave for his bath today. He was very brave for his nail clips today. He was not so brave for the dryer today. The dryer was scary. Wasn't it, Bubba, hey? Didn't like the dryer? Ow! Excuse me, that's my hand.
Which, however you get to this particular scene, they are patching up Eddie's... the holes in the Betty... the... Oh, good lord.
The holes in whose walls?
They are patching up the holes
Betty's?
in the bedroom walls of Eddie's. No. They're... Jesus Christ. They're patching up the holes.
Oh my god, I just looked over and Hudson is like sleeping halfway out his crate. This is dog Hudson now. Sleeping halfway
Well, I
out
didn't
his
think you had
crate.
Hudson Mildred Williams in a crate in your house.
Oh, I wish, guys.